So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another eFootball 2022 video where we are going to be diving into some Dream Team today. I'm going to be showing you guys a few things like how do you level up players? What does this do and what does that do? And I'm also hoping today I'm going to have two videos for you guys. The other one is going to be me taking on legendary AI in the Dream Team event. But I wanted to separate the videos because there might be people that are just intrigued about Dream Team and, you know, how do you level up players? What do you do? What's the purpose of it and all that stuff? So that's the game plan. We finally had a trim, as you can see, so that's good. As if you guys care, right? But still, you know, you still got to see me face. But anyway, let's dive into this. So I'm playing on PC, all right? This is my team right now. It's not great because, honestly, I do have a PS5 account, and when I went on there and unlocked a bunch more players, I had a lot more GP. I think I had 700,000, actually. And I had 3 veteran players. Oliver Kahn was one I got, Beckenbauer was the other, and Nakata was the third. On PC, I haven't been playing it as much. So, as you can see, I only ended up getting one legend, Beckenbauer, and I've bought the rest of the players. But I'd rather play on PC, I think, because it's easier for me. You know, the PS5, I've got to hook up and all that, and I can't be bothered. So I'm going to stick to the PC when I'm streaming, I feel, and we'll just kind of go from there. And actually, I did feel like the PC version felt a little bit more snappier than the PS5. I don't know if it's this controller, and I know there's problems with the PS5 controller, but it was doing my head in. Anyway, let's talk about this, right? So, Dream Team. Let's go over to the match tab, and from here this is where you're going to start earning GP. Now there is actually a way to earn it now as opposed to on launch day where you couldn't. So you've got your online quick match where you just play against other people. You've got your Efootball League, which isn't available yet, and then we've got the events. So right now at this current time of recording, you've got the worldwide clubs, lovely red font, and then you've got the Spanish League versus AI, lovely orange font. I do like that finally they've added not only that you can play against AI, which I know you could in my club, but you can adjust the difficulty, folks. And depending on how hard you make the game, you're going to get better multipliers. So let's go to worldwide clubs first of all to show you what that's all about. So you'll receive rewards by completing challenges while playing PvP. So you're always going to be taking on other people. You can click on the description and check it out. And then it tells you the conditions for completion, right? So they got the challenge 1, accumulate 1 point, challenge 2's 3 points, challenge 2's 3 points, challenge 3's 5 points. And then you've got a maximum of 3 matches to get those rewards. And these are the first time rewards. You can keep playing these if you want, but you're only going to get 100 GP each time, which is not a lot. And players are not that cheap on this game. So you've definitely got to take note of that. So if we were to go ahead and enter into this competition, it's going to load through. I'm actually going to make myself a little bit smaller now. Why not? There we go. And here we go. So you can't unlock the second challenge until you complete the first, and you can't unlock the third challenge until you complete the second. Makes sense, right? So you'll go in here and you'll play the match. I'm not going to do it because I'm just showing you guys for this video, but you'll have 3 games to get at least 1 point, and then you get the rewards. And from here, you can go into your game plan with a quick tap of triangle or Y if you're on the Xbox, and there we go, right? So those are the events, and we can also back out and show you this one, right? The Spanish League against the different AI. This is the video I'm going to put out later today against Legend, just to show you guys. I've played a few matches, folks, and I played on the PlayStation 5. The first Legend match, I lost 2-1. I gave 2 goals away. That was my own fault. The next match, I actually won 2-1, so you can beat the AI. And then the final match, I got stuffed 4 goals to 1. It was brutal. They do still have the script and the momentum shift on Legend. It does exist. So here's your beautiful screen. As we know, the blues are everywhere. You gotta love it. Now, if you do hit square or X, up pops the match level. As you can see, if you go on beginner, there's your match level bonus. Times 1.0, player bonus is 2.2, and then the points for victory is only going to be 308. If you crank this up to Legend, you can see there's quite a big difference. 2.6 times multiplier. Player bonus is the same, but you get 801 points per victory. and you can change it accordingly. It's good fun, I will say. As I said, I tested this out, and there will be another video of me playing it, so you can check it out yourself. But it was good fun. I enjoyed it versus the AI. So, you know, it's certainly worth doing. And look, there's the rewards. It's a good way to get GP and face the AI, which someone like myself who plays offline constantly, it's a nice addition to have. Now I can finally take on Superstar and Legend AI instead of playing like beginner and regular every time, which really was pointless. So that's basically how the events work. Now let's move over to players, right? So if you're looking to sign players, you've accumulated a little bit of GP. You have got your shop here as well if you'd like to buy eFootball coins as well as eFootball points, which you can exchange for rewards. You will get extra bonuses for logging in, so make sure you are logging in daily. But let's go ahead and head over to the old contract tab. So, special player right now is not available. You've got your standard player list, and then you've got your manager list. You want to make sure, folks, that you've got a manager. Let's go to managers first of all. You're going to have to find a play style, and this is what I've been playing around with. So if we go to someone like this guy, Luis A. Roman, as you can see, this guy's a possession game type play style. So if you pick this manager, but you start playing the long ball play style, you're going to have a terrible play style chemistry team spirit rating. You have to think accordingly on what you want to play with. Personally, for myself, I've been trying out a few options, and I do think online, maybe quick counter or possession game could be a viable option. You could play long ball as well if you like to play the long balls. That's going to be suited more for those quick, fast, nippy players. But if you're a possession guy and you just like to work it around, then obviously take note of that. When you're playing the AI, though, let me tell you this much. Against Legend, quick counters probably going to be the way to go. They are very, very aggressive. Now, from here, you can filter if you would like what kind of manager you want. So if you just want to go for, a cheaper manager around the 50 to 100,000 mark, you can certainly go for that. And then pick someone that works in your favor. Just go through the list and find someone that works, because you do need a decent manager, folks. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time getting that play style up, etc. And then you can also sort. So if you want to do possession, there you go. Sari is a player that is pinnacle for him to do the possession game. Whereas if you do someone like out wide, Samuel Raya is a player that, or a manager, sorry, that you're going to look for. You can see he's a 77 overall for the out wide. So that's how the managers work. And then after that, of course, you've got your standard player list. It's exactly the same principle as managers. You can go in there and choose what you want. If you want a player that is suited for possession, change it up, then go in and start customizing it to your liking. For instance, you want a player from 10 to 50,000. Have a look at that. All right, well, maybe I actually want to look at, center midfielders only. So there you go. And this is going to give you a nice solid list. And then you can also sort these by price if you would like to as well. The choice is yours. So go in there, have a look at a player. If you want to change the display from the card to the actual player, just hit triangle like that. Look at that. I like to see the players because I really do think they've done a good job. And that's why I say there's so much potential with this game. So once you've done this, you go through, you have a look at the player. You can hit sign if you'd like to sign him. I'm not going to go ahead and sign him. But once again, you've got to check out the play styles, folks. As you can see, someone like Ward-Prowse, he likes the out wide play style more than anything, but diddly, you can progress players and add stats to them. So don't worry too much about the play style of certain players because you can customize it to your liking. And that's what I do like about this dream team as opposed to my club. So you go in there and you find players. So that's pretty much the concept, folks, behind standard players and managers. It's very simple. Just build a team, build a player. Now let's move over to my team. So this is where the fun stuff starts to happen. There's not a whole lot in the manager section. You really can't do a whole lot here apart from clicking on them and locking them or releasing them, and it will show you their stuff. So you really don't have to worry about the managers unless you just want some curiosity into maybe how old they are. But you want to go into the players tab. Now, I don't know how many stats I have for these players because I haven't played too many games. But let's go to a player such as this guy, Ricky, whatever his name is. So it's an odd name, but it's a name. So what you want to do from here is hit X or square on PlayStation, and it's going to bring up the player actions. So you've got your level training, your player progression, and your contract renewal. Don't worry about contract renewal. Every player, as you can see on the right-hand side, if we skip through, it should tell you, oh no, left-hand side. As you can see, the duration of contract, 362 days. Every player you sign will be signed for you for a full year, okay? From now until next April, real time. So you won't have to renew their contract for a whole year, and then you can start doing that stuff. Let's go ahead to level training. And from here, I don't have any experience points right now. That sucks. So I can't actually show you. But you'll get these from doing the events and the challenges. So complete the challenges, and from here, that's how you can level up your players with the experience you get. Unfortunately, I don't have any, but we may have some player progression. No, we don't have any of that either. Well, that's embarrassing. All right, let me find a player that actually has some sort of progression. Let's go to Olivier Giroud. Maybe he has something up his sleeve. So we'll go to player progression. Okay, there we go. Right. So what you can do from here, judging, as you can see from the playstyle, you can go to playstyle proficiency, and you can decide what you want to work on. And you want to up the team spirit of possession, you can whack this up. It goes up to 99, and you can actually max out each one if you have enough points. I wouldn't do this. I don't recommend it, because you're just wasting these progression points. So say, for instance, we wanted to play... I'm probably going to want to play more quick counter, to be honest. I know it's Giroud, but still. If we got this up to an 86, right? You're going to back out. Now that's going to save, and it won't accumulate until you click use points. We can now go up to player stats, and if we would like, we can start bolstering Giroud's stats up as well. So a player like Giroud, obviously speed, it's probably not even worthwhile. You can, if you'd like, you can do it. I mean, that'll probably his kicking power up to an 84. Not going to worry about it. I mean, I probably would do this just for his stamina. So let's do his stamina up to maybe a 72. We already know he's got good aerial threat. We could do the shooting if we want to maybe crank up the finishing. Maybe we'll work on a little bit of passing as well. And that could probably be about it. And we'll save a few points. So once that's done, we'll go ahead and click use points. Depending on how much you've leveled him up, you will see right now he's rated a 77. Let's see what he can go up to. Right, he's gone up now to a 79. Time to take your developed player to the pitch. Oh, thank you very much. So, there we go. Giroud now is up to a level 10 out of 29, and he's a rated 79 player. And you can do this for all players, depending on how much you've leveled them up. So, let's go to Amid Diallo. I don't know if he has anything, to be honest. No, he doesn't. We won't have any leveling up either. So, yeah, it's trying to find a player that I've actually used. I don't think I've really used any of these. I don't know if Legends rank up that much as well. Beckenbauer doesn't seem to rank up a whole lot, so it's going to be hard to rank up the Legends. Unfortunately, folks, I haven't played the PC a ton, so it's going to be harder for me to show you be doing this for loads of players. But at least we had a bunch there to show you with... What's her name? Giroud, that's the one. So yeah, we've got no other player progression. So unfortunately, I can't go in here and show you. I'd have to basically do this afterwards. But as you level up players, you're going to get more points, more progression points, and you pretty much go from there. Once that happens, you can go back to your game plan. And from there, you'll see the team playstyle on the right-hand side. See, it's a 72. Now, what you want to do is go over to tactics. You can change the manager if you want. We're going to go to team playstyle. We're playing, as you can see, possession game right now. And if we pick quick counter, we're going to drop down to a 65. Long balls are 64, 71. So ultimately, someone like Arteta is better suited for that, that possession game. And if you go to the players themselves on the right-hand side, you will see. Does it tell you on the right-hand side? Yeah, it does. It tells you at the bottom. You can see the height of the player, the weight, the age, and all that. But it's got possession game. It's only a 59 for Fabregas, and Wanyama is, what is he? A 52. Peak is a 67, or how do you say his name? How do you say his name? And Giroud's a 63. So as you increase the possession game, that playstyle is going to increase as well. And then if you change the quick counter, then you're going to have to start working it. So really, folks, it's all about finding something that works for you and your play style, which is what I kind of like. And you have the ability now to start upgrading players willy-nilly on how much you want to upgrade them. But you got to make sure you can't do it through here. This is just going to show you the stats. You do need to go back to team to be able to kind of tweak that. And that's pretty much it. Like, there's not a whole lot to it right now, but that's the gist of how you kind of rank up players. As the missus is texting me, babe. But yeah, that's the gist of it. You go to my team, and from there, you're going to start upgrading and working on different players. I really wish I had a few more players to be able to show you guys. I could probably honestly use some of these, because I think some of these players may have played for me before. Now, they don't have any progression either. Actually, you know what you can do? You can click R3. There you go. And it will actually tell you the levels of the players and if they have ranked up. I mean, Giroud's the highest ranked player that I have. The rest of them are all pretty pants. So there we go. TTB, have we done anything for him? I don't think we have, because I never got a chance to play, folks, because, as you know, my connection dropped, or maintenance kicked off. It was rubbish. But anyway, folks, that is the gist of how Dream Team works. You pick a team, you buy players through the contracts, and then from there, go to my team, upgrade players willy-nilly, play to your play style, and from there, you'll have a lot of fun, I'm sure. So, that's all for today. A shorter video, but I wanted to make it a little bit more of an insight as to how the mode works. And then we're going to have another video coming out with me playing against Legend, which is going to be ridiculously hard because my team isn't the best. But it is what it is. That's the funness. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to subscribe for more. Master League will return next week, folks, so stay tuned for that. I just, you know, you got to put out the new content with the new game. Sorry. Anyway, till next time, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.